Welcome back. It's District here, and I just want to mention quickly before I go any further that yes, I was indeed Eyes Gaming before District. I had a bit of a rebrand, step away from purely focused gaming and try and engage with a wider variety of content instead. So, yes, today this is a video because of my rebrand as well that I want to discuss and why I think my own personal views about why social media and viewerships have kind of blown up, meaning that it's all going up and up and up. Views are going massive, content's going massive. And I want to state that this is, I'm going to say maybe 80% just my opinion, my personal drive, and maybe 20% evidence, which I'll show you, which is my own YouTube. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Sit back, relax, and let's get right to it. So, diving straight in, I just want to say and explain that this video kind of takes a left-hand turn because originally I was going to talk about why YouTube Shorts have been getting a lot of attention and why they've been blowing up. But it turns out I couldn't just explain YouTube without mentioning other social media platforms as well. Why your media shorts, mainly videos and stuff, gaining so much more attention compared to your main bigger videos, your hour-long videos, etc. And this is a common question that I've asked myself lately because I've been part of that. So I'm just wondering, this mysterious wonder about why it's all been kicking off and going up. Now, just like many other platforms, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, Shorts are available on pretty much every platform. They exist for the ease, quick, accessible moments, a couple of minutes here and there. Now, I'm not a streamer. I don't have the time to stream. I've tried big YouTube videos before, 30 minutes, an hour long. But I do have a full-time job, so this is really hard to sort of like get into. And it's shorts. They really help me out. They have because you can. I like to do little brain teaser games, little quick flicks, puzzles, all that kind of stuff. And this really has helped YouTube grow exponentially. And I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've got a few bits and bobs, bit of evidence throughout the video that will sort of clear things up a little bit. But I'm still trying to research into it. So you got to bear with me on that one. So some reasons for others, for instance, like myself, we're going to use, let's go with how to cook pasta. So jump onto YouTube, how to cook pasta. You find a video. The title's bland. The quality isn't great. The subtitles aren't available. There's no thumbnail, but it's given you all of the correct information. And this might simply be because, like myself, they got a full-time job. They're trying their best. They just can't quite get, all the not the information. How am I going to say it? They can't quite get all of the best features out of editing, but they've got, like I say, they've got the information there. So like myself, I resort to quick mobile shorts, brain teaser games, and as above, it's just, why are these shorts having so much of an impact? And when I say an impact, I'll explain now that in my own experience and the evidence shown in my channel, which I will show, that my videos have anywhere between 100, maybe 900 views within the first couple of weeks, but my shorts can acquire anywhere between 2,000 to 25,000 in just a couple of days, and I upload maybe 10 shorts a day, so this is a massive jump for me. And I've managed to go from about 500 subs on YouTube at the beginning of August 2023 to now at the start of the new year 2024 being at nearly 4,000 subscribers. Now that for me is a massive jump. In 3 to 4 months I've gone up nearly 600 to 1,000%. It's, like I say, it's mad. And this is the same for views as well. I'm going from what was around 13,000 views to I believe on YouTube the view counts for 28 days. So for 13,000 views over 28 days, it jumped to 1.8 million over 28 days. And everything for me in the shorts analysis that you can check on YouTube, they've all increased over, I say 1,000%, but it's 999%. And no, don't get me wrong, this isn't me bragging.
It's got a Lamborghini exhaust system on it.
Yeah.
Ferrari Enzo engine.
This is me just clearly showing you how effective making shorts can help with your YouTube channel. Um, and like I say, I know this is mainly me talking about YouTube, and I've mentioned other social media platforms, but I also made a TikTok just to see if the algorithm was kind of the same. I made a TikTok quick. I uploaded 10 videos, which I knew weren't going to make a great sort of impact because it was a brand new account. But even those videos managed to accumulate just over 10,000 viewership in the day or the 2 days that it was available. The main issue, was that issue? It's not an issue. The main reason, I believe, and I can say it's my beliefs, is that videos they're obviously massively, significantly longer than shorts. A short can last anywhere between, I think it's 7 seconds is the minimum limit, to 60 seconds, where a video can last anywhere from 1 minute to 17 hours to 20 days. It doesn't matter. But I think some of these videos that are downgrading the viewerships for some people and why they're resorting to shorts and potentially other like low YouTube sub count content creators like myself is because some videos people make are just simply ridiculous, and they can be. It's mad. Intros are longer than the information that you actually came for. It's a snatch and grab. It's a clickbait. I mean, these intros, they're weird, man. It's hey, I'm Donnie. I've got 18 Michelin stars. I own 34 restaurants, and I've got an approval note from my mom that said I nailed a peanut butter sandwich in second grade. And they continue this spectacle for 17 minutes since you started the video, and all you've wanted to know for these 17 minutes is, well, what temperature do I put the heat on? How do I cook this pasta, Donny? That's all I came here for. But I step away. But by the end, of the 20-minute intro with Donny and his Michelin stars, you've spent, you know, 10 minutes not knowing anything. You know more about Donny than you do about cooking pastas, which is what you came for. So, like I say, you've jumped into shorts now, and you've tagged your mum, your wife, your brother, your sister, your father, the weird Uncle Al that sees you every 6 months, on 7 tasty pasta dishes from 20 seconds of shorts in the space of 2 minutes. Just like that. Bam. That's how quick it is. And by all means, I'm going to say this, I have I do not discourage anyone. If you've spent the last 15 years getting to where you are now, you have earned the right to brag. If you have spent 15 years cooking, earning, traveling, making sure that you are the best chef in the world,
2 shots of vodka.
brag about it. Go for it. Tell me exactly, what you've done. But I'm not here to see what you've done. I'm here to learn how to cook pasta. So, by all means, the intro needs to be, your name is Donny. You've done this, this, and this. Brilliant. Be quick. Be brief. Don't make it 20 minutes long showing us how to cook pasta, man. People they just resort straight back to shorts. It's quick, it's easier. And that's another reason why I believe it's blowing up, because people, they're not watching 30-minute videos anymore. I believe they're watching hour-long videos on how to cook this amazing dish. They're seeing someone cook a pasta dish in 30 seconds, and that, like I say, they've tagged everyone. They're cooking it. They're already in the kitchen. This again is why people resort to shorts. They're quick, easily accessible, easily swipeable, and depending on what you're watching, they're informative, they're engaging, they're entertaining. And in the span of 10 minutes and how algorithms work for each media site, you can learn how to cook pasta, you can learn how to build a PC, birth a horse, scam your neighbor because you're a Nigerian prince. There's so many shorts out there showing you how to do all these different things in such a short time, because more people are engaging with it, more people are constantly watching it, more people are constantly swiping. There's a better chance of your content being noticed because so many people they're like the Flash, they're just going for it. Now, people watching in the evenings, again, depending on where you live, depending on what country you're in, anyone can swipe through 15, 20 shorts in 20 seconds, and the entire world's population having some sort of media access to this now. Phones, tablets, laptops, PCs, net cafes, and thousands more ways of doing it, which means your viewership becomes massive because so many more people doing it. And like I say, this isn't just limited to your country anymore. This is worldwide, and there's a massive impact for shorts. This is kind of where I take not a left-hand turn, but I think it's just a major factor into why I believe this is happening as well. Like, it's a massive driving force in shorts. Is because that 99% of the world has easy, ready access to any form of social media-based sites, and it becomes so much more easier to do so. I believe that it means people are becoming easily and more frustrated with waiting times. I think in a world that has the kind of access within a couple of seconds, why would you want to watch a 30-minute video or an hour-long video when you can watch a 20-second short? By the time you've watched the 30-minute video, you've already been to the shop, you've got your bits for the cooking, you're in the kitchen, and you're starting. You're done. And I believe that's a massive input and intake at the moment, is that there's the patience of nowadays society and the patience of the generations coming up are so short fused. And you can see it every day, not just with social media, but with everything. People wanting jobs, people wanting to make their own YouTube channels and become TikTok famous, is because they're so impatient with, I want to go to college, I want to go to university, I want to do this with my life, but I don't want to wait, I want it now. And that for me is why I believe like that is a big part in nowadays society, and shorts becoming a massive thing. And there's varied information out there in the world backing this from different viewpoints. And I've got four on my list, and I'm just going to read them off and just see what you guys think as well. But some people are less engaging in social aspects of life, family, friends, and all that kind of stuff, because they've literally got, they got their phone in their hand. They've got their life is in their hand right there, and I think they don't need to be socially engaging anymore. It's like, why travel 20 miles to see weird Uncle Al when you can text, phone, screen time, and it's right there. Click the finger, job done. 1 second, and you're in. You're talking.
Please say a command.
I already did, you fucking bitch. Cancel.
I didn't understand you. Please try again.
Cancel. Where's the fucking speaker in this? Cancel. Cancel. Cancel.
Please say a command.
Oh, Jesus.
Help or cancel.
You motherfucking electronic stupid cocksucker.
And again, it's that impatience effect taking play. I think another massive one, which I believe everyone will agree with, is there's a lot of evidence pointing towards COVID being a peak player in the realm of why people just don't want to go out, period, and would rather stay in. There's a lot of fear in the general public reflecting back to COVID because of its, disastrous effects that it had over a couple of years now. When was it? 2019? So, we've just reached 2024, so 5 years ago. But, it's still having them effects now. It's still harming people. People are still scared of it. So people don't want to go out. So again, they resort to staying at home. And then because they're at home, you get agitated, you're stuck inside. It comes down to the little bits like, oh, I'm not interested in watching a 30-minute video. I'll watch these TikTok videos and I'll watch these YouTube shorts, because even though you're sat there for an hour just swiping through everything, you've watched 4,000, 3,000 videos in the space of half an hour. And that's the impact these shorts can have. I'm a real big believer as well that the tech companies also have a massive part to play in this. And not just tech companies, but home-based companies. And what I mean by home-based companies is places like IKEA. Again, what I mean by this is they're trying to perfect the comfort of your indoors experience. So why would you go outside when you have a full fridge of food, which was chosen and delivered by yourself from your phone, which is your lifeline in your hand, to then sit there in a comfy chair, which was probably ordered from your phone or online, delivered to you. You haven't gone out yet. to watch a big 70-inch TV, which was ordered from your phone. And, you get where I'm going with this. But, you then sit there and watch Netflix, Prime, Disney channels, all these open source media platforms at the tip of your fingers to never go out. You don't have to go to the cinema. What do you want to watch? Well, just rent it or buy it online. You have food, entertainment, and more without even living. You haven't even left the living room. You haven't even left the house. So, all these, they're massive. And these are all massive impacting projects that the world has developed over years to encourage you to stay home, which means you've got more time on YouTube, you've got more time on Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, all of these. Yeah, it's such a massive part, I think. But moving on, just to why your shorts and view counts and stuff, I believe, are going up is because, and I touched on it very briefly with how people are struggling to release the best of their videos and how other media platforms and their algorithms work. And I've only really done YouTube research into myself because obviously that's where I'm based. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to be a little bit specific with this one. So many items come into play when regarding how your shorts are being watched and used. And it comes down with YouTube, it's like thumbnails, it's tags, descriptions. Some of it comes into play with like what times you upload your vehicles, what time you upload your vehicles. Where was I? That's what I was going to go. What time you upload your videos as well. It also, I've noticed as well, just one for me. I'm UK based, United Kingdom in England. And I've noticed that I swapped my location of uploads to America, and that increased the viewership a little bit as well. So, all of these things come into play, and it's worth doing your own research because, like I say, I've only done a little bit of data researching into this, and 80% of it, like I said before, is my own personal experience and my own personal opinions into like these matters, which is why I think they're growing. And there's only 20% into data, which I've done a little bit myself into YouTube. Yeah, there's a big impact out there somewhere. And if you do your research into it, I found a few bits and bobs because I know places like TikTok and Instagram, they use different algorithms. I was trying to research into their policy department the other day, and TikTok, although they're based on views, how often people see them, etc., etc., it's mainly for TikTok on how often they're shared to how often that they can, retain their likes. So comments and likes don't really do much for TikTok platform, although they do help. They will help. It's the shares. How many people can you share this out to get the views, to then keep it at the top of like the algorithm, so it's constantly circulating. And I think, like I say, YouTube works kind of like this, but in the aspect of likes, views, and comments instead. Like I say, that might be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've read in regard to that, unless I've misunderstood it. But like I say, the evidence that I've shown you throughout this video on why it's bumped up so much is just what I've experienced myself. So although I've read into it a little bit, it's also my personal experience as to why it's gone up. I think very much the world we live in and how technologically advanced we've become, a lot more people are engaging with phones, tablets, social media, shorts, videos, etc., etc. That it kind of warrants them to not do anything else, kind of like an addiction. And then because of that, I want to say like the younger generation maybe, and this will inevitably pump up ratings and views due to more people doing it. And I think that's just like a population situation more than anything, and an addiction situation. But like I say, these are more or less my own personal views and a bit of research. But views are pumping because I think a lot more people are becoming comfortable in isolation. A lot more of the generations coming up now are just being brought up with a phone or a piece of technology in their hands. And although it's helping a lot of people out there becoming more influenced to become YouTube stars, TikTok stars, to join in onto the media platform, myself, I grew up, doing labor jobs and stuff. And the fact that some of these jobs, will actually be losing out on, plumbers, electricians, builders, mechanics, high labor jobs that are in very much demand, in a way are kind of viewed socially as like you're a bottom of the barrel kind of situation, simply because they don't live up to the generational era of social media trending. So I think that has a massive part to play in it as well. But let me know what you think there, because I'm still on the fence about it. But I think that's why views and channels and people are blowing up, I think, on social media lately, and it's cool. I'm happy with that. People making a living, doing what they like. But I do question if what it's like, if I question if it's, how do I put this? If it's just like that. Does that make sense? If it's they're born into it, so it's not new for them to learn. It's just something they're born into, and they develop as they grow up, because technology has become so cheap and so accessible that it doesn't need to be, like for instance, I was born in the 90s. Born in 91, so I'm 32. And some people in the comments and stuff are sitting back now going, okay, that's why he's chatting so much crap and garbage. I get it now. I get it. But is it upsetting because of my age, or is it because it's true? And I agree. I'm doing it myself because I'd love to not work in harsh weather under a boss that doesn't appreciate your work, to not pay you enough, to not see your family. When you can watch videos and you see little Timmy playing with Lego, who's earning £300,000 a month, and you question, well, I can do that. There's a lot more people into my generation now and older generations that are saying, well, I don't want to work. I don't want to work in all these harsh environments. And I want to, join the YouTube family. I want to join the TikTok family. I want to make content. And I think that's the world we live in now. And I guess, I'm a little bit staggered at the quick advances that we've had, but I think we're leaving potential jobs behind that will be needed. And yes, I know I've gone off on a bit of a tangent here, but the information remains the same, that shorts are becoming more popular onto YouTube and TikTok, and more of this ease, because of the ease and impatience to watching and switching so quick, that it doesn't need to actually engage the mind of the viewer anymore. It's kind of like a zombie effect. I've gone off again, but I'll leave it there for now. Like I say, I think YouTube Shorts, they're popping off. They're great for YouTube if you're coming up, and I believe that if you want to start a YouTube, there's so many people saying you want to start so many different platforms at the same time to try and get your name out. My personal experience is that YouTube Shorts are quite a big one. TikTok's quite a big one to sort like get off and get going. My advice is just keep uploading, just keep going for it. As long as the content is good, as long as the content has got people entertained, then it doesn't really matter what you sound like, how you're explaining things, what the impact of your video is. If it's good, it's engaging, people enjoy it, it will get shared, it will get liked, it will get viewed. So that being said, let me know what you think. Are you sifting through your phone at night, just swiping like a crazed loon just because it's quicker than committing to a 10-20 minute long video before you go to bed? But I'm starting to think it is. But leave your likes, leave your comments, leave your opinions. It's always good to know. Hopefully sub as well. And like I say, I thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you all on the next one.